it's weird. I was telling Alexis when I ran into her today. I'm pretty sure I have it on recording too, because I do record a lot of this. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I said second place in the division, which as of tonight we were. Now we're back in third. And I said Cutter's going to score 30 goals. He's got 26, so I'm almost on point for both of those thoughts. I
Let's
also
go.
think now long term thoughts. I think Carlson is Corey Perry, and I think Beckett is Getzlaf. I think those two guys are the next decade of Ducks hockey. Welcome back, Benchwarmers, to another episode. And again, our guest visiting us today, our old friend JoJo. JoJo, welcome back, sir.
What up, Corey? What's going on, man? I appreciate you having me back on the show.
Absolutely, man. We wanted to catch up and kind of, we wanted to get you a little earlier, but the season started, and as that goes, we all get stuck in the grind. So,
and you know what? I know you and I have been here a long time. We get kind of like the ebbs and flows of the season, and whatnot. But
yeah.
obviously, with the Olympics this year, man, like that condensed schedule, I thought it'd feel a little different. But man, I know obviously
March
the guys in the
definitely
national
gonna feel
affiliate,
different.
but us as the boots on the ground and whatnot, making stuff happen for the org, like, man, I'm sure we're feeling it too. And I definitely have been feeling. I was like, oh wait, we're at the halfway point. I was like, no, by the time that break started, what was it, 56
Yeah.
games in? We're
I
well
think we got
over
25 left, so we're almost there.
We're almost there,
crazy.
man. Yes, sir.
All right. So before we dive into some questions for you and the details I wanted to go over originally, just kind of wanted to recap a couple events we had this week through the Ducks.
Yeah.
Obviously, we had Ducks Disney Day on Sunday at Disneyland California Adventure. So what were your thoughts? Obviously, it's our fifth or fourth edition of this, I
I
believe.
want to say it's the fifth.
Right, that's what I thought.
It's fourth or fifth, but it's it was a blast, man, and it's so unique to us, and Disney's such obviously a big brand, but for us it's such a local thing, and so to really kind of tie back to the roots of where the team even came from a Disney side, and us stemming from the movies and whatnot. I know Keenan Thompson said it recently,
Yeah.
when he came through the game. Like, we are truly the only team professionally that genuinely came from a movie. It's a real thing, and so to kind of have this partnership with Disneyland over the last few years, and to have our days there, and then they have a presenting night over at Honda Center for a game too, man. It's been awesome, and a huge shout out to all the fans that come out. And people are lining up, in the
Early
wee
morning.
hours of the morning to get a meet and greet wristband, to get the merch. Man, we sold out of the merch.
I know.
And just to see all the fans, crazy, right? It's really cool to see all the fans. Obviously, we see them at games and whatnot, and that's what we call home. But to see, the takeover fans and the jerseys and the gear, all over the park, from obviously being at Disney California Adventure Park, and then after they walking over to Disneyland, finish out the day, and you just still see jerseys all over the place. Man, it's truly something special to see, for sure.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of cool because when the Samuelis bought the team and we went away from Disney, everyone just assumed we were still owned by Disney for such a long period of time that we finally got away from that. But now we're partnered back up with them, so I think we might be confusing people again. I don't know.
And more so even now with us rebranding, a couple years ago, to go back to the mighty logo with obviously a kind of a more modern touch to it. It's kind of and obviously going with the orange. um it really has blended the two together, and with this partnership over the last few years or so with the Disneyland Resort, like it really kind of ties it all back together. I think, to what you're saying, like, your nostalgia always just kind of comes back, and right now
Yeah.
it's really back in full force with us, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so another successful Ducks Disney Day, and
Oh
then
yeah.
today you guys had a really big event at Honda Center with a bunch of kids that they do this annual event called First Flight. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, man. First fight field trip. It's when we bring in thousands of elementary school kids from third, I believe, all the way to fifth or maybe even sixth grade, and they fill in the Honda Center. They get to watch practice, which is already really unique in itself. And
Yeah.
even talking to the guys, they're like, obviously, this is like the loudest practice ever. And shout out to Coach Quinville too, because we're still able to play some music, get the kids riled up while he's legitimately still coaching the team, and having a serious practice. But even after that, what's really cool is we kind of our whole saying about it is that we're turning Honda Center into the world or the country's biggest classroom, right?
Oh yeah, it's
And
true.
to be able to relate hockey to math and science, it's really cool. A lot of these kids is their first time even seeing hockey, coming to Honda
Yeah,
Center the first time, and so for them to kind of see it in that way, hopefully they'll be wanting to come back to Ducks games as they grow up. So a huge shout out to the players too. They're just played a big game last night. We got a game
yeah,
tomorrow. Today was a practice day, and they came out in full force to talk to the kids, and again, like, really, have a good educational tie to it with regards to what they do on the ice, but to be able to again tie it to science is really cool to see.
yeah. I would have definitely liked that as a kid. That we didn't have that program back in the
Yeah, I
day.
mean, I didn't have that either. Lucky, man. We even did like a little party mode for
Although
we
thinking
did a
about it,
party
I
mode
lived in
for.
LA County, so they probably would have taken me to Staples to a Kings one. I wouldn't have enjoyed it as much. So
Man, you
maybe
already
it's
know
probably
the
better.
Kings aren't doing nothing like that. They're not doing anything like that, man. We're the ones, man. It's actually been 25 years that
Wow,
the Ducks have been doing this for the community,
man.
man, and it's huge. Today was my 16th first flight, man.
I was just gonna say,
Day
now that you say that, they've been doing it every year I've been there, and this is my 19th season, so I guess I should be not
Yeah,
shocked it's
e-
longer than 20 years at this
exactly.
point.
And it's crazy. The kids that we probably saw, whether it's you 19 years ago, me 16 years ago, those are all grown folk
Yeah.
now. They're at the bars. They're at the bars, Corey. That's how long we've been here.
They're buying those, the Phillip cups up on the 400 level at games now.
Yo, for real. But yeah, man, it's super cool, and it's always good too when it comes the day after a big win.
Yeah,
Especially
definitely.
last night, being Coach Quinville's 1,000th win, and the comeback game that it was, and coming back from the break, first one in over a
Yeah.
couple of weeks, like just everything to really make such an epic night. To follow that up with an event like this definitely makes the mood going into it that much higher when you come off
Oh,
a
yeah,
big
absolutely.
night like that.
Yeah, especially if we would have got like our ass kicked the night before, it would have been a real bummer to have to like go and all these kids are excited. You're like, yeah, we lost last night. We suck.
Exactly. But they're true professionals, man. So regardless,
Yeah.
like they would have done their thing for sure, which is awesome.
All right. So now that we've recapped the awesome week we've had, including the Ducks win last night against Edmonton, I did have a couple questions. Obviously, the last time you were here, you were kind of in two different departments, marketing and PR, or like state in arena hosting. But obviously, you've had a change in title. So, what is the change in title, and what does that mean for you as far as your role in the organization?
Yeah, man. So the
I know
last
you wear
time
like
we
25
talked.
hats. So,
Yeah. Hey, man, it's a blessing nonetheless, and that gave me the opportunity to kind of dabble into different things within the organization the past, again, 16 years. And last year took a big step in, putting me in a more specific and specialized role, which is great. So, just to kind of give a little recap, been in marketing pretty much the whole time I've been here with the Ducks, from starting back when I was on street team, you know, uh, and working my way up within that department. And then, at some point started to dabble into DJing and eventually hosting, but still maintaining my role within marketing. And it was awesome because I got to still explore something new and maybe potentially something that would be good for the organization as a whole while still learning and maintaining my current role. But within the last year or so, it just more and more focus into amplifying that in arena show. Which
mhm.
is why, before this season I shifted fully into the entertainment department. So I'm now a senior manager of live. Sorry, let me phrase that.
Yeah, that's probably a long
Senior
one.
manager. Senior manager of entertainment and live experience is my new title.
So basically,
Um,
Mr. Fun. You get to be the Mr. Fun guy.
Hey, yes, sir, yes, sir, and and just as fun it is, man. Obviously, with the new specialized role too, is like, hey, make sure you're on it and kind of feeling the pressure of like, hey, amp up this crowd night in night out, while also outside of games having a hand in all the events that we do again surrounding the games and whatnot.
So then, obviously, transitioning out of marketing and more into just that, what is the biggest adjustment you've had to make? Because obviously, you used to say the last time you'd be like, "Oh yeah, my 9 to 5, I do this," and then at 7 o'clock, boom, the lights go on and the puck drops, and I'm a different person. I'm DJ JoJo. So now that you're fully DJ JoJo, what's the biggest adjustment you've had to make?
Yeah, man. I think with shifting over to the entertainment and game presentation department, I think it's just more so really focusing more so again with the home games and all the factors that go into it. So when it's funny you mentioned that, because before it'd be like, hey, do your marketing thing for however long and then dip into the game. Now I have more time, throughout the day to really prep myself for the game, whether that is curating music and playlists, but also, I still manage, the mascots and Wild Wing. I'm even helping out with, power players and ice crew right now. And so there's like a managerial side of making sure, those members are scheduled logistically and making sure, they're set up for success, whether it's games or, events. I think something new, this year too, that I picked up is this new first star mask artist of the game,
Oh, that's
where
been
we
really
have
cool.
a
Okay, that's a
yeah, it's
great
been
one,
great,
dude. That was a
man,
good
and
one.
really meeting people, vetting people through their applications, to have a mask ready to go for every game. We've had a good run of artists, and what's great is that whole program is interesting because it's obviously contingent on a win.
Yeah,
And the guys have been doing great this year, to the point where I find myself like, oh wow, like I don't have that many masks
yeah,
which is a good thing. Which is a good
yes,
thing.
it
Like I
absolutely
want to
is.
get a mask and give it away that night. Obviously, on a loss, I'm able to then push that mask to another game. But I am at a point right now where I'm like, oh wow, there's not much wiggle room, which is great. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what we want, right? Um, in addition to that, I'm helping bring the military people that we honor every single game. That's something that's kind of in my forefront right now. Making sure that we have an anthem singer. Shout out to Tim Kepler. He does most of the games.
Dude,
Sometimes we have some special guests. So again, really dipping into all things games, from obviously a DJ's perspective, hosts, just different other talents and other guests coming in, as well as again other programs that you see every game, from the first star mass, military recognition, and other things like that. So it's been fun.
I have an idea for you if it hasn't been discussed. I'm just thinking about it. Your mask idea is
Yeah,
great. But we do the Samueli Academy t-shirt design thing. Maybe we could have some
yeah.
of the kids design some masks for next season for the wins.
Okay, yeah,
Because it's a
yeah, yeah,
different,
yeah,
because
yeah.
we have them
No,
do t-shirts every year. So this year, the next time it's not always a t-shirt. Maybe we mix it up and do the mask. I don't know.
yeah,
Throwing it
that's
out there.
true. No, that's great. It's a all new program, and it's something that I've never, you know, um, dabbled into before. And again, there's this like unique factor to it, where it is contingent on a win. So like before the season, I didn't want to just necessarily be like,
Yeah.
okay, there's 40, 44 games including preseason. Like I got to get 44 artists. Like I wanted to kind of give it some, so,
Yeah. A little
some
bit more. I
wiggle
mean,
room there.
high hopes, but
High hopes, hey, yeah, that would be crazy if when you went just straight up defeated at home, and I literally had a separate artist for every game. But shout out to my man Gustavo Jaimes, like aka Mayor of
yeah.
Anaheim. He really helped us get it started. He he did more than a few masks to kind of really get the program going, and then as as it kind of got out more and we promoted it more during the game. Now we have a bunch of artists. In fact, we're starting to send art, mass out to people out of state,
Oh, nice.
And you know, because I really want to lean into this, like, hey, you know, Ducks fans, this is Orange Country, right? So
Mhm.
I want Ducks fans from all over the place. You know, my goal is to be sending one outside of the country by next season. You know, so
Mm,
from local artists out here in Orange County in Southern California, all the way, I'd like to go worldwide. So so that's the goal for sure.
that's awesome. And shout outs to Gus. He's been on here before. He's also my tattoo guy, so love Gus.
Oh, let's go, man. Yes, sir.
I've
Yeah.
got a regular appointment with him, it seems like, for 2026 right now.
There we go. There we go. Love it.
All right, so obviously you had the new idea with the mask and the patriotism stuff you talked about, but how do you balance like bringing in a fresh new idea or energy, but also still respecting some of the traditions that the fan base is already, accustomed to?
You know what, man? That's a great question. I think at the end of
I
the
mean, it might help
day,
you that we're a younger franchise, so we don't have as many traditions as, say,
for
an
sure.
original six team or something.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you know, I think at the end of the day, I think what helps is like obviously, you know, interacting with like other teams and whatnot, and how they kind of change things up again without disrespecting, you know, other traditions and whatnot. Obviously, you know, we did, you know, a couple big things over the last couple of years. We changed the goal song. We've done, you know, other things like that. And I think at the end of the day, it's like, hey, you really have to um just know why you're doing it, and not just you're just because you want to change something up. And then commit and lean
Yeah,
in, and believe in what you're doing, and believe in yourself that you're doing it for you know, something that's going to be good for the organization, you know, as a whole. And hey, if something falls flat, but
yeah,
you never know until you do it. And so I think like whether it's with our team, other people in the same position, you know, obviously there's that factor in being kind of concerned about change. I think at the end of the day, change is scary, regardless. But you know, I do really give ourselves, the organization, credit for leaning into some changes as we
yeah.
did the rebrand a couple years ago. We knew that, you know, things wouldn't happen just, you know, necessarily overnight, but to really believe in what we're doing and to lean in. It's cool to kind of see where things are now, even just a year, maybe even 2 years later, on some of the things we've been doing.
Yeah, and again, awesome things continue to do so, sir, because it's been great. I actually got to go to a couple games this year, and one of them was I sat up at the top in the 400, so I could see all the, lasers. Because sitting down the 200s is cool, but I don't get to see the whole effect. So I was
Yeah,
happy to be able to
totally.
sit up top and be able to see it all and really like take it in. And man, you guys have done a great job in the last 2 years of really just completely changing that
No,
aspect
I
for it.
appreciate it, man. Coming from someone like you who's been here again, you said 19
Yeah,
years, right? Like, you know, we've had, you know, opportunity to grow in a lot of ways. And you know, huge shout out to our team owners, Henry Susan Samueli, who have like they believed in it as well, and have put in you know, the approvals and the funds to get some new toys. Now it's up to us, again, with the crew to make sure that we use it to its full potential. And it's been fun for sure.
yeah. And right now, it's helping that the team's winning and everyone's focusing on the ice and not all the construction going on in the hallway.
Exactly, exactly. Hey, shout out to you and the merge crew, man, because yeah, like
It's been
you
a,
guys could put
it's been a year.
the store, yeah, the store. I see Corey, you know, on that forklift a lot more times than I see
Oh
him
yeah.
walking around. And I know he's having to transfer it all over the place, but man, it's gonna be worth it, bro.
Oh
It's
yeah, it's
like
gonna
the
be amazing.
construction.
We gotta get there.
Exactly. So fans, we appreciate the patience with it. Trust us, man. It's gonna be worth it to see it to where it is already. Man, it's yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
Yeah,
It's gonna be here
absolutely.
a lot sooner than we think, for sure.
2 years is gonna fly by. We'll have Olympics here before you know it.
Crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so crazy to think about, man.
So speaking of the fans, obviously, what do you hope the fans have so far noticed or have felt differently about the in arena experience this year?
Oh man. You know, I think like we're, you know, we're obviously still building off of all the new things that we got over the last couple years, and just like just amplifying it. And even this year we added, the icon that the guys skate through
That's
at the
right.
start of every game. We even changed up the ducks, and flying ducks going around. They're looking a little more fierce. Have
Mm-hmm.
it used to be one of them only had a like Wild Wings mask. Oh, now they all do, and the eyes light up. Very
Yeah.
cool. Wild Wing is zip lining from the
Yeah,
rafters
dude.
way more often. So that's cool too. And I think like over the last couple of years, man, again this level of like the fandom growing with the team,
Yeah.
really turning this around, and the rebuild turning into something that you're really seeing come to fruition. And as you kind of get these new factors into the show, I think it's all just really coming in together nicely and at a good time right now. So I think for us, like, whether you're coming for the first time or you're someone that comes to every single game. For me, I try and me personally, obviously pay homage to some of the traditions that we do, while not also making it seem like it's copy and paste every single game either.
Yeah, there's
Whether
I
it's
won't name any names, but there's a stadium nearby that plays the same song that played in 2007 when I worked there. It's been a while. Time to
which is
change it
fine.
up a little bit.
Yeah, no, I take a lot of pride in, that as a DJ, obviously there's songs that are considered, bangers, as they would say, as the youngins would say, for sure. But at the end of the day, too, again, I want to cater to a fan coming in for the first time, and hearing a song that is that impactful, but then also, again, to all the way to someone who hasn't missed the game the past 30 plus years, making sure that it's also fresh for them as well. Whether that is, maybe there is a song that's really popular right now, but maybe I'm not playing. If I'm playing in the first period this game, maybe I'm not playing it till later in the game, another game, or just trying to genuinely change it up, game to game. That's just musically. And then from a host side,
Yeah,
obviously I have my ways of wanting to amp up a crowd and whatnot, but trying to again just kind of change out the way I deliver things and whatnot, to hopefully people, again, if you're here for the first time, you're experiencing it for the first time. Maybe you're coming casually and it doesn't seem as repetitive, but all the way to our season ticket members who, like, again, hear it game to game, but hopefully, the goal is to at least kind of again change the way I deliver stuff so it's a little fresh for them as well.
yeah, makes sense. Okay, so
Yeah.
now I'm going to make it easy for you. We're just going to talk about real quick Ducks hockey. Big win last night against Edmonton. We got Winnipeg tomorrow, which means we have the gold medal goalie Connor Hellebuck coming into town.
Yes,
What are your
sir.
thoughts and feelings on this playoff push? Do you think we're going to get in? I know we're in right now at the moment, but we got 25 games to go. What are your thoughts?
Man, it's gonna be a sprint. And the division is so tight right now. I think we're gonna make it, man. And that's this is gonna this is not that's not just me being, the company guy and
Yeah,
whatnot. Like I think the team is
it just
they're
feels different.
meshing. It just feels different, man. And again, huge shout out Coach Quinville, man. 1,000
Yeah,
wins, only the second to do it. Clearly, the man knows what he's doing, and for him to already have this impact in his first year is incredible. And I do think that we're in a place that we can make a run here and get into the playoffs. Which, dude, like,
once
we
you're
are
in,
we deserve it, man. The fans deserve it. You and I have been here a while,
it's
man,
been a
and there's
while.
not. And as our team continues to grow internally from OC Vibe, obviously with the Ducks as well, you see, like, I look around, I'm like, wow, from a internal standpoint, you look at everyone that we work with now and how big the company has gotten, you're like, wow,
Yeah,
like a lot of y'all weren't even here back in 2017 when we last made it. You
correct.
and I were, we know what's up, but
We
like,
saw the sweep against San Jose. Yeah, I remember.
we did. It's crazy to think, man, that was the first year, that game one of that series was the first time I hopped in the mic at a game.
Really?
It was then. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Shout out to Davin, man. He gave me my first shot then. And you know, did the energy is just different. Yeah, we want it so bad. And I think,
Yeah.
just getting closer with the team over the last couple of years too, man, just kind of see the energy. Like, yeah, I think these guys are ready for a run to the playoffs for sure. Um, but yeah, I like I said, it's gonna be spring. I think every game
Yeah.
is huge, and you look at the standings and you see how many games other teams have on each other, and obviously that's all gonna the balance out towards the end here. So
Yeah.
man, it's gonna be exciting. What do you
Yeah, it's gonna
think?
be a hell of a sprint. I'm excited. To be honest with you, it's weird. I was telling Alexis when I ran into her today. Before the season started, I'm pretty sure I have it on recording too, because I do record a lot of this. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I said second place in the division, which as of tonight we were until Edmonton beat the Kings. So now we're back in third, but whatever. And I said Cutter's gonna score 30 goals. He's got 26, so I'm almost on point for both of those thoughts. Now I
Let's
also
go.
think now long term thoughts. I think Carlson is Corey Perry, and I think Beckett is Getzloff. I think those two guys are the
Whoa.
next decade of Ducks hockey. I mean, Beckett is built kind of like Getzloff. He's a big dude. He does
Yep.
play a little more physical now, as Getzloff did a little bit when he was younger inside. But I just think Beckett is one of those guys. He's just going to go out and he's going to do whatever to try to win. And Carlson is so smooth that I think they become the duo to kind of get us through the next decade. And I think Zelly's the defenseman of the decade too. I think those three guys are going to carry us for
Wow.
a long time. So
Yo, that's
again,
big,
long term
man.
thought, but that's kind
Yeah.
of where I'm at in short term. Even if we get in and get swept, I don't care. I just want all these kids to get in and get the experience. And we have enough vets that if we get in, I think we can make
Yeah.
some noise. We might only get out of the first round, but I'd take that over not making it for the last 8 years.
Absolutely, man. And it really is a good balance of like the veteran guys with the youngins, man. That's such a great point what you just said. And Leo and Beckett kind of, being that preview of what we used to see in Getsy and Perry. Like,
Yeah.
both guys cracked the squad right away.
Mm-hmm.
And was impactful from the jump. Yeah, bro.
It would be weird.
I
I'm not gonna
see
say.
that.
I'm not gonna lie. It would be weird if we won the cup this year because it'd be like the second year for Carlson and third and first for Beck. It's like very similar timelines to those guys. It's
Yeah,
very,
yeah,
very
man.
weird. So, and I'm also interested to see what Pat's going to do before the deadline next week because I don't anticipate anything major, but because we're in the race, there's going to be a tinker or a slight, change here and there to maybe get us over the top in his mind. And since
Sure,
Pat's taken over, I think he's got a vision and he wants to get to that point, and I don't think anything's going to get in his way, which is what I like because the previous regime, I felt like we're not quite bad, but we're not quite good. It was like we need to tear down and start over, and we never did that. But Pat came in
sure,
and has done that, and now it's all coming to fruition for us in the long run. So I hope Pat
bruh.
has a nice little plan for next week. But I am very excited for this last 25 games, as you said.
And Verbeek we trust, Corey. And Verbeek
Yeah,
we
hell yeah.
trust, man. Hey, let's go, Pat. No, dude, it really has been. It's been exciting, and again, shout out to the fans, man. They've been patient, and
Hmm.
they've stayed loyal. And we just celebrated 10 consecutive sellouts after what
Yep.
this past Wednesday. Man, people are showing out. I look all over the place, man. There's Ducks gear everywhere. Like
Everywhere.
the whole sentiment that we're a small market and the yada yada, Southern California, like man, like nah, like dude, this it's a real deal out here, and it's truly amazing to see. And again, these youngins, and again, I forget how young they are because, dude,
For real.
they're still professional athletes. They're men nonetheless.
Yeah.
And
Beckett can't even have a beer yet.
I know it's not crazy, man, but man, they're beasts, bro. And and I'm talking Leo and Beckett, specifically right now. But obviously, the whole squad, man. It's been really great to see this team mesh again from, the vets coming in, and showing that leadership to these young guys. And again, I think it's meshing right now, man. It's meshing. It's feeling good. That game last night, man, was such a testament to like
Yeah.
all the factors in
Down
what
2 goals twice against Edmonton,
twice.
they're the defending Western Conference champs the last 2 years. Like, every game I feel like from here on out is gonna feel like a playoff game.
Yeah, and dude, and like there was an expectation of rust to coming out of that Olympic break. And hey, I mean, look, we got scored on the first 13 seconds of the game.
Yeah, that
You
didn't
know what I
start good.
mean? But nonetheless, man, the bounce back was crazy. And if that's how we're gonna start off coming out from the break, it's very exciting to see how this March is gonna play out, man, because there's so many games here
Yeah,
in the
it's like
next
every
couple
other
of
day
weeks.
essentially. It's crazy.
Truly, we got a bunch of back to back. Like, it's gonna be crazy, man. But very excited for it. And again, huge shout out to the fans for showing out. And because I'm gonna tell you that the team feels it for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. The whole bill. I mean, even as an employee who's not on the team, I go to games and I'm like, dude, this. Even as I'm working, I'm like, it feels different in here. The
Yeah,
vibe, the energy, it all. Obviously, you help with that and getting the crowd pumped up, but the team winning. It's just again, and that preseason or before the season started, when we got to go meet Quinville and he did that little talk to us, all the full time
yeah,
employees in the locker room. I literally was like, I want to go play for him right now. Where do I sign up? Like,
yeah,
I get why
yeah,
people like playing for him. He just has that like energy that you're just like, dude, I like you, and what do you need me to do for you? Like, whatever you need, I
yeah,
got you. Like, he has
for
that vibe.
sure. It was very telling at the time when the organization hired him, and it was in obviously the midst of the off season. The guys are in their hometowns are doing whatever they do. um and for that press conference to like see how however many guys actually
Yeah,
flew in just for that, to meet him in person, to be a part of that. I was like, wow, like that really set a tone at that time. Like, hey, these guys are excited to play for him. They're down for him to do that. So from then on, like I could just tell that, like, there was a buy-in.
yeah, definitely. So, well, JoJo, I appreciate you taking the time out to do this again, sir, and just again keep doing what you're doing out there on not on the ice, but while you're looking over the ice. Just keep the crowd going and hopefully the guys can get some more dubs when we get in the
Hey,
playoffs.
I appreciate you, man. You keep crushing it in this pod. I love all the guests that you're coming in. You have coming in, and it's an honor to be here a couple times now. Anytime you want me on, bro, you let me know. I got you. And on your side, keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep
Appreciate it.
Orange Country outfitted. Very,
Hell
you
yeah,
know what I mean? Looking
yeah.
good
You
out
can't
there.
shouldn't be come to a game without some Ducks gear on. Yeah, Ryoko Rain
Exactly.
collab
And
right there. You going?
and you surely know. And hey, man, if you guys don't know, man, these guys are in the top. They're in the top, two or three, right? In the
Yep.
whole league in terms of merch, and that's all thanks to you guys, but also obviously a testament to these guys putting in the work to not only design some really great merch, but to put it out and have it available for you guys to be able to rock it all throughout, not only here in Orange County, but we're seeing it all over the world, man. Sorry, I gotta ask, after we did the mask giveaway, how many
Uh-huh.
countries did we sell masks to
Oh,
coming out of that,
dude,
man? It
so
was
many. It got
so
to the
many.
point where we had to order 3 times as many boxes as we normally order for shipping items because we didn't have. We just the orders just kept coming and coming, which is funny to me because we gave them out, but we've had those masks for like ever, guys. They weren't
I
brand new
know.
yesterday.
Hey, but here's the thing, man.
But you put
That
the
that
eyes in the mask, so then it changes everything.
Exactly, man. And again, dude, like, shout outs to the Ducks fans out there in Orange Country. Y'all are selling it out. These guys can't even keep up. They can barely
We're
keep up. They
trying.
gotta keep ordering. But yeah, man. But again, appreciate you having me on the show, bro. Hit me up anytime, and let's have a great rest of the season. Let's talk again before playoffs, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was gonna say we're gonna do a playoff preview. That's a good thing. That means we're in.
Let's get it, man. Let's get it.
Awesome. Appreciate you, JoJo. And until next time, Benchwarmers, stay ready.
Yes, sir.
This was a Sycamore Fourth Studios production.